Hi, welcome YouTubers and Hubsan Zino enthusiasts, and today's video I'm going to look at the new flight controller firmware which was released the end of last week. That's FC 1.2.05, and Hubsan in there have specified that they've improved the battery monitoring, some RTH options on low power, and importantly monitoring of the battery state, whether it's balanced and whether it's losing charge very quickly, which would indicate a faulty cell or a faulty battery within the cell, within that battery. So today I'm going to test that. I've already tested this statically, and I'm very impressed with what they've done so far. But this is a real life test now, flying the Zino, and we'll see how it performs. So I'll be flying with both good batteries and bad batteries, and hopefully we'll be able to establish something from that. I'll get back to that at the end, however. Anyway, hope you find something useful here, and I'll do a conclusion at the end. So let's get on with it and get the Zino in the air, which incidentally is coming up to its 1-year birthday in a couple of days' time. So this is a 1-year-old Zino, and not one of the more modern ones. Okay, let's get on and do the testing.
Before we get to the live testing, I'll just have a quick look back at a previous video. Firstly, where I showed the battery protection circuitry activating with a bad battery due to a weak or damaged cell, and one of the updates in this firmware is to monitor the cell performance and hopefully give the user a warning prior to flying or during early flight to indicate that there may well be a faulty battery. So we'll be looking at that in detail.
There we go. The battery is cut out again, and the quad has powered itself off. So if that happens in flight, obviously it's not flying anymore, and your quad is somewhere on the ground. Or if you're over water, somewhere in the water. Or over trees, somewhere in the trees. But it's no longer in the air.
And I've also done some static tests in the lab here, which show the new display that we should expect in flight from this new feature that Hubsan have given us for the battery condition. So hopefully we'll see that in the flight as well. But first of all, we're going to have a look at the general flight, battery monitoring, and any other return to home features which may have been introduced.
Okay, so here goes the first flight. This is battery number 1, which is a good battery, I believe, and we'll see how this one goes. I'll do some tests on the features which Hubsan have mentioned throughout the test, and we'll hopefully run this whole battery down to 0. So let's go and play around for a while. I'll be able to speed this video up in post-production. Okay, so I've just started the video, so at least we'll have some sort of timer, and the battery was shown at 100%, dropping now to 95. It has been sitting there for a while I've been talking. So anyway, let's go out and check a few things. So first off, Hubsan have mentioned improved return to home features. I'm just going to try something here. Switch to expert mode. That hasn't changed anything. Okay, so first of all, we're now at just over 100 meters, so I'm going to do a quick return to home. So there's no difference there. And the quad is rising up to the default, which is 20 meters I've mine set for. Unfortunately can't set it any lower. There we are, minimum altitude 20, and that's not configurable below that. So it's going up to 20 meters, which is about 15 meters higher than I really want, but it's coming back. And I'm just twiddling the sticks here, and nothing happens as you would expect. The normal return to home function means that you don't have any control until the quad comes overhead, which I'll let it do here. And it's now overhead, and as soon as it starts to descend, which it is now, then I should be able to get my yaw back, etc. So that's okay. So let's cancel that. And that was the same notification. So I'm now going to go out to 10 meters. And I'll bring it back. Okay, so that's 9.7 meters, and let's do a return to home here on the let's just go up a little tiny bit. So we're at 4 meters high. Let's do a return now, and it doesn't change altitude. It doesn't go up to the 20 meters, and it just comes straight back. Cancel that. That was at 10, so that's a change. So it's not going up to its minimum altitude at 10 meters. Let's try it again. It's on 20. So at 20 it's now rising to the 20 meters, which is so 10 meters seems to be the limit of this new release. I'll just check that again. Cancel return, yes. And we'll bring it down. We're coming up to 4 minutes flight time now. Let's bring it into 19 meters. Right there, it'll do. Do a return to home. Okay. And it's coming straight back without rising. So 20 meters seems to be the limit. I'll just check that one more time. I'll bring it to quite breezy here this morning. 21. Return to home. Okay. And it goes up to 20. Okay, so that's more or less confirmed. So that limit is at the 10 meter mark. So let's just go fly around and check this battery out. Seven and a half minutes, 42%. Move that camera down a little bit. So we should get a warning come up at 40%. There we go, there's your 40% warning. there we go, coming up to 29%, and we're at 11 minutes. This battery that's in here is 11 months old, and it's probably had 100 flights on it, split evenly between the batteries I have, and there we go. Got new laws here in the UK, and we now have to register quads over 250 grams and display a flyer's number, and that came in 2 days ago. And we pay the pricey sum of £9 a year for that privilege. Not that it does anything, but I'm all labelled up here and legal. A little bit of a breeze here this morning, but not objectionable. So we're going up to 26%, 25% now, so we should be getting another warning shortly. But the battery's holding out quite well, 12 minutes, so nothing unusual. I've heard already some complaints about people saying the battery is not lasting any length of time, but we're 25% almost. There's the warning now, and we also know that from tests previously to this, that you can get a good 6 minutes between 10% and 0%. So at that rate of going, I would already be up to 18 minutes, and we've still got quite a bit of power left. So I'm just going to go out and try and run this battery down. It just takes forever. Yeah, interesting. I'll have a look at that. So here we go, here's another one, and that was at 56 meters, and it's, yep, still rising up to the 20 meters. And we've got a low battery warning now. I'm going to cancel that. So I'm just going to lose that height. I don't want it up that high. So that's still no change there in that return to home. Quite normal. I'm just going to have to bring this in and have a quick look at the gimbal. Unusual situation we have here. So the gimbal's still working okay. I shall have to recalibrate that, see if that makes a change. There's something not quite right. I did a gimbal firmware change in rollback the other day, so that may be part of the problem, that I haven't recalibrated it properly. We'll do that in the next flight. Anyway, I've got low battery, 14%. Yeah, the gimbal's not holding that that roll angle properly, so something not quite right with it. But that's nothing to do with the flight controller, so we'll have a look at that separately. Up to 17.5 minutes now. Okay, so that was another warning, and the battery is low 10%, and it's going to come back home, and it's landing. There we are. So I'm going to cancel that. And so that time over when we get to 10%, it's not now returning to home, it's just landing on the spot. So you can see I cancel that, but it still continues to land if you have a look at the little icon there. So what I'm doing is I'm giving it a little bit of throttle to keep it in the air. So still perfectly flyable, but obviously it's telling you it's probably time to get home if you're a distance away, and think about landing it before your battery goes down to zero, because at zero, funny enough, it just falls out of the sky because you don't have any power left. So keep an eye on this. Still 10%. I'll just bring it in and show you here. Okay, so that's... I'm having difficulty here with the sun. 18 minutes 50, coming up to 19 minutes. And all looking reasonably good. So we've had none of the battery warnings about poor battery condition. So it will be interesting to see the next battery, which I know is a bad battery. And we'll hopefully see those indications, and fairly rapidly as well. Okay, I just go. Down to 3%, so it's probably about time to bring it back. We're in camera view, not quite sure. Hopefully it's in view of the camera now. So we've got 1%, and that's going to go any minute now. And that's 21 minutes so far, I think it says. %, so it's going to turn itself off any minute now. So there goes 0%, and I'm going to save that video before it. Oops, okay, so there we go. That was a good battery, and I think it was 21 minutes something. Got a problem with the gimbal, but I'll have a look at that. So here we are with second battery. This is a bad battery, and we're looking for the new warnings that have been put into the new firmware FC12.05, and we've got 100% power on this battery and got the screen recorder going, so let's see how it performs. Okay, so we've dropped now to 95%, but that was what the other one did. Just go out and give it a quick fly around. And here we've got a warning already. So we're down to 30%, and warnings coming in like nobody's business. I didn't start the camera didn't start the video, but we're now down to 0%. That was that. I didn't have the timer going, but it was probably about a minute. So there we go. We'll have a look at that when I get into the cutting studio, and I'll have a quick talk about that. So you can see, however, that battery 100% to 0, 1 minute maximum, and we had all those warnings, which I'll go through individually and describe them.
And we'll just run through that one more time here, and hopefully we'll see at the very beginning of this clip the error message: battery voltage is too low, please recharge the battery.
The gimbal's not working.
Battery dropping rapidly, 90%. And here we have the message: battery voltage is too low, please recharge the battery. And it's essential, if you see this warning, to immediately land and replace the battery.
That's it. It's dead. Okay, so that was the testing on Flight Controller 1.2.05, and I'm very pleased with the features that Hubsan have put into this release. It's one of the most significant ones, I would think, in the last 9 months. A really useful feature with a battery warning for a depleted, out of balance cell, or one with high internal resistance. Not quite sure how they've done that, whether they're monitoring individual cells. Probably are, because that's available within the quad, but a very useful feature, and it will definitely save people's quads if you take heed of that notice. If you see that, you want to bring that quad back down and land it and get rid of the battery, or either rebalance it or check to see what the issue is with it and maybe discard it. Anyway, that's it. Hopefully be some more videos coming up shortly. I've got a few more ideas of things to do, and a couple of requests from people as well to describe some features in more detail. That's it for now. I hope you've enjoyed this, and keep watching. Thank you.